Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So this is a grief journey update. My boyfriend passed away November 2023, November 11th. And I have been journaling my grief. And the reason I decided to do this was because when I first lost him, I came to YouTube to see if there's anybody else that was like in my age range that had experienced losing a partner. And it was very few people talking about it, and grief is an everyday thing. So anyway, it will make 3 years, November 11th of this year. And I can tell you that I still miss him every day. I always tell you guys I am open to date. I have dated people since he passed away. But if you guys know our story, you can imagine that once you experience a love like that, it's not that easy to be attracted to someone. So I might find a person physically attractive, sexually attractive, but if they don't have that soul deep type of ability to connect with me, I just don't keep interest. It's like, even if my boyfriend, my late boyfriend, would not have been the catalyst for that, I feel like once you reach a certain level of consciousness, and when I say consciousness, I don't mean knowing fancy terms or knowing how all the things tie in together with, you know, astrology and science and math. And I'm not talking about knowing the tangible things that you're able to read. I'm talking about once you reach a certain level of spiritual consciousness within yourself, there's just certain things you are not attracted to anymore. You see what I'm saying? So I am truly open to love. The person would just have to have a level of soul understanding that they could connect with me on that type of level. I would say this year I have had a few meltdowns. And if you've experienced grief, you know that they can just randomly happen. I noticed that when I feel certain types of energy, it will trigger me to miss him. For an example, there may be like a certain love song on the radio that may make me sad. Um, there may be a certain movie that makes me sad. Certain scenes in movies that make me sad. But I can say that I am getting to a point where I am starting to feel like I can remove certain things from my environment. It's like the love for him, it seems like I don't need it to be so loud for me anymore. For an example, I have a his football team. I have a tag cover on the back of my car that represents his football team. So I have that, just like as a tribute to him, because I just have tributes to him all around me, because I just, if you went through grief, if you went through grief in enough ways, you will know that you just want that person around you in any type of way possible. Um, Especially if they was taken away from you suddenly. But a couple of days ago, one of my old friends was visiting me. They hadn't seen me in like 15 years. And he asked me, why was that on the back of my car? Because he didn't know that my boyfriend played for that team. And I was like, oh, don't worry about it. It's just a thing. Because I didn't want to seem like I have a shrine of my boyfriend around me. But that's what I needed at one point. And I actually like that tag cover, honestly. Like, I might not move it because I already have like a different type of car. And when people see that football tag, they probably think I'm some type of celebrity or something, right? So I might leave it on there. But then again, I don't know. But grief is so crazy because it's like You don't want the person that you lost to just be a memory. So it's like you try and keep them alive as much as possible. And then you get to this point, or at least I'm going through this point, where I'm starting to feel like maybe I talk about him too much, and that's something that I don't like. That's why I said it's very important for whoever I choose my partner to be. It's very important for them to be able to hold a space for him in their life as well. Meaning, if I'm grieving him one day, if I'm sad about him one day, I should be able to talk to them about that without them feeling intimidated by someone who's not even in the physical realm anymore. You see what I'm saying? And believe it or not, guys, some guys are definitely intimidated by me bringing him up every now and then. Like, I'm not the type of person that's going to just talk about him every single day, but I should not be on eggshells if I'm driving down the street and I see a restaurant we went to and I just want to share with my partner, who's also supposed to be my best friend. I want to be able to say, hey, I remember that. I just had a memory, and I would like for them to be like, oh, what happened? Oh, that's dope. Or, oh, that's sweet. Or, okay, we're going to have to create a new memory. Or just something besides them seeming impartial to it. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think that's too much to ask for. I don't think anything is too much to ask for in a relationship if somebody is approaching you and they want to be with you. But like I said, I do miss him all the time. I'm very thankful that I have our entire text message thread from the day that I met him to the day that he transitioned. I have several voice messages from him that I can play all the time. His mom has made me very welcome to her house, even though his mom and we don't talk the way we used to. I actually have a key to her house, so I'm able to go there anytime I would like to if I need to just go around and be around someone close to him. I still have pieces of him around me, but like I said, grief is just one of those things that you deal with for the rest of your life. So, but all in all, I think I'm doing okay with this being coming up on the year 3 anniversary. I have not been to his grave site in the past 2 years. Like, I went to his grave site twice when he was first buried. I went twice to change his flowers out because I remember he passed away in November. So in December, I went to put Christmas flowers. And then I think for Valentine's Day, I put some flowers out there. And then after that, I never went back out there anymore because to me, he is very much alive. If you know anything about life, you know that we don't die. We continue. Our consciousness, our soul continues on. We just lose our body. We lose the avatar until we incarnate again. So everyone knows that these days. I mean, the people who don't know it, they'll know soon. But I mean, this is just common knowledge these days now. So he's very much alive. So me going to a grave site, it just doesn't seem right to me. You know. But yeah, all in all, I am doing good. Um, yeah, I just wanted to update y'all because I know a lot of my subscribers have probably unsubscribed that came to me because of the grief journey, because that's what the channel started off as. But lately I've just been focusing on the tarot readings. So yeah, if you guys were interested in how the grief journey was going, that is where I'm at. And if you guys have recently lost someone and you want to talk about signs that you've received, or if you have questions or curiosities about things like that, I've been more than happy to be that person that you can talk to about it. You can just Instagram me. But all right, that's all I have, guys. Bye.